is literally just going crazy with the boredom of being at home.
Fever.
Cabin fever.
And the thing about it is I haven't even really, I've been busy just worrying about heights and constantly being excessive compulsive over everything. So I haven't even really had a chance to look at like Midlothian Talk to see what
Everybody wants to post anonymously. Like, who gives a shit if like Kroger is open anonymous?
Yeah.
Like, just post it. Own it.
Right.
Own that you don't know Kroger's open.
I don't know about Kroger being open, but I know that they have nothing in the meat aisle.
Well, I
or on the shelves.
Did see that.
I missed most of the drama. I've been out of town.
Okay, so we
You've been
went
out of the time zone.
Yeah, well, yeah, out of town, out of the state, out of the time zone.
I had a Karen go off on me at Kroger the other day. So we pulled up. We were going to go in there and grab something for gumbo for Marnie. Okay, so we do have a handicap placard.
Yeah.
Nobody was parked in the handicap spots at all on the side because we went in the far side of the far entrance, which was closed. So you had to walk over to the produce side to go in. So I parked away from everybody because I'm in a new car. I always park away from everybody. Yeah. So I parked on the far side over by the pharmacy side.
Okay.
You know where the pharmacy drive-through is?
Yeah.
So anyway, as I park, the kids pop out and then I get out slowly because, I'm going to bust my ass on the ice. And of course, my back is hurting right now anyway. So I had a bit of a limp as well.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she went off. You guys don't look very handicapped.
Oh.
You sure sound it.
Goodness, we've got a blue permanent.
That is actually a pet peeve of mine. Between people not knowing what the DV is on certain license plates.
Well, actually, that is no longer valid. You cannot have a disabled
last
vet.
year they took it out.
Okay.
Well, if you are a disabled vet, you need to get a placard as well,
That's
which
good
you
info.
can totally get.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have the placard. She goes, "You guys don't look very." I look back at her and said, "Excuse me, bitch," and I'm sorry, I did use the word. I said, "Who in the hell are you to judge?" I said, "Come on."
Yeah.
I said, "I'm not judging you." And anyway, we went off
but I
back and
am.
forth. And of course, Brian jumped up and started getting in her face. And she was coming right back at her. She had a major bone to pick. And
That's just crazy. I don't know. You don't know what people are dealing with. You don't know what they're going through. You may be having a good day or a good moment where you could get across the parking lot okay, but you may not even know if you can make it back easily.
People just want to do too much, be too extra, I guess is the term.
They know
want to
everything
mind
about
your own
everyone.
Business and go about it. Quit trying to be a superhero of the handicap spot or whatever else. But
it's just, our society these days, there's too many people that want to control what other people do.
Exactly.
And we often use the term Karens, and
I actually use Brad too, Karens and Brads.
Yeah, that's fair. But I have legitimately started to feel sorry for some people actually named Karen.
My wife is named Karen.
Right. Yeah,
but
I
she
know.
spells it different.
And she'll let you know that too.
And here's the thing: the people that I know that are named Karen don't act like what we call Karen.
My name's Karen. I don't act like
Some
one.
of them had started to get upset about that, and I'm like, well, you're just gonna have to deal with that.
Right on. Well, it's Thursday night, February 2nd here, Cement City Chatter Podcast, #1 podcast in all of Ellis County. It's been verified, as a matter of fact, so challenge me on that.
Where's it been verified? And fact checker, Facebook fact checker?
Okay, verify that it's not the #1 podcast in and or around Ellis County.
After the podcast, I'll call Isaac, who runs the other podcast, and we'll compare and see who number one is.
He doesn't run a podcast. He runs an interview.
Who is he?
That's
DV. He's talking about DV. He's using his government name.
Yeah, his government name. The one on his papers.
But DV LeBron, he's a good buddy of ours too, as you know. But
he actually helped us get started.
Yeah, he did.
He's
he was on the first episode, and he's got his own niche. I mean, I think we're a little too out there for what he's
we're in the mud a
he's
little.
definitely more structured.
Yeah, his model's just different.
Let me, and you know what? So
he's keeping it clean. We're a little bit in the mud.
Totally.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's very relevant, very legit. And I mean, I don't know how well you guys know him, but he is a quality person. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
absolutely is.
He's definitely
he's one of our best buddies.
Yeah.
But he's I'll tell you one thing I really do admire about him, and something that I have really wanted to adopt around here is the fact that if you watch the Ellis County Talker Show, you'll notice that it's a lot of political figures, and whether you're running for a city council spot, a school board spot, or
I've been on his
commissioner, you've been on it,
his show. Yes,
right,
I need
exactly.
to clarify that.
No, I'm sure you have.
You may not know this, but she ran for city
Right, no,
council.
I of course I know that.
Vote for Tiffany.
But that's the point.
Tiffany for Midlothian.
But he
It was Tiffany from Midlothian.
encompasses everybody,
Yeah.
regardless of what his
Oh yeah. No, he's
particular.
he's trying to walk right down the middle, be unbiased about it. Yeah.
Can we put you against the Alan?
I've run against Alan twice.
How about both the Allens? You haven't gone through both Allens at once.
Alan and Wayne. That's who that would be.
But that's the point.
I don't have
is
the energy.
but that goes back
It's
to
a
what I
soul
was saying
suck.
about DV LeBron. You know, on this show, we've had a lot of majority of the city council, past,
Yeah.
current, and future possibly and whatnot.
Most of the ones that know that there's an internet.
But exactly. But the
That's
point
the
is
ones.
to have. So okay, fun fact. We
Or
were
have been
talking
on the
about this
internet. They
last
all
week.
know it.
We were talking about this last week about what spots are open, and since we talked about that, there's somebody else that's entered to run for place 1, which
It's Wayne Sibley's current spot.
correct.
So before, when we were on air last time, it was Alan Mormon was and Wayne Sibley were running. Wayne Sibley's the incumbent.
Right.
Now it's the Allen.
The Allens.
Yep. Alan McKeever.
Alan McKeever. So now you've got Alan Mormon, Alan McKeever, and Wayne Sibley.
I'd like to see that in a celebrity death match. Who here can make claymations?
But that's the point. So on this show next week,
I'm not artistic.
but on this show next week, Alan Mormon, make sure we don't mix the Allens up here, but Alan Mormon's going to come on and he's going to talk about why he's, running again.
Yeah.
He's obviously no stranger to running for office. He's done it a couple times. And he owns a business in town here. And he's active. And I won't tell too much about him. We'll let him talk about it.
He is active in town. So
very.
I will say, like, Alan has been my opponent twice. And
Fantastic opponent.
fantastic guy. Stand up, 100% fantastic guy. And
Would much rather discuss an issue with you than talk bad about anybody.
yeah,
Right.
or talk bad about you.
Yeah.
And
It
I
doesn't
think,
matter about
and
anybody
I
else,
think
but yeah.
everybody will be
Well, so I'm the asshole at the table, right?
no, you're not the
No,
asshole
you're
at the
not.
table. And that's the whole thing that we're talking about.
Well, I just don't
You're
know
not-
him. I guess
You're not running
But
for
you have the
office,
right to ask him whatever question that you want to ask him, and it not be something crazy that you got to just become a lunatic over and storm out of the
I can
out of
ask
the
hard
conversation.
questions and not be a butthead about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have some lined up. I already kind of gave you the one preview.
No, I mean, and
That's a hard-hitting question.
That's important. You can't just shoot layups at everybody all the
Oh,
time
no,
just
no.
because they're your buddies, man. We got to get Alan Mormon on here. We need to talk to Alan McKeever.
I'll go on the
Like,
record
ask-
for you.
ask
I'm not an
serious,
Alan McKeever
legitimate-
fan.
Well,
relevant
I don't know
Here's
him.
the deal.
They don't
We're in the same boat, man.
Here's the deal. It's not that I just didn't. Some people just get a good feeling about, or did you click?
Yeah.
And I just didn't have that warm fuzzy. So I was off base by saying I don't like the guy because I really don't know him.
Well, that's what I
But-
just said. I'm not a.
He wasn't the candidate at
Yeah,
that
he
time.
wasn't
He
your
wasn't
candidate.
my chosen candidate. So therefore, I had a little bit of a chip on my shoulder because someone's going against my buddy who,
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing.
I get it.
And that's
You know
what
what,
I've
John?
been saying.
I'm gonna tell a little secret here, and not everybody knows this, but John is actually a huge softie with a really good heart.
But that's the
I may
whole,
be ruining his
but-
rep here, but
But that's what I don't understand. And that's what I have a problem with. Like, and maybe I'm just strange. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm just messed up in the head. But I can literally tomorrow, I can go campaign against you, and I will do everything I can to win with it,
I
with
think
honor.
we've seen a lot of that in Midlothian, like people who run against each other, but then one will win, and the two will continue to work together on issues in Midlothian.
Well, because at the end
a lot of people
at the end
have
of the
done
damn day, once
It's
you're
over with.
elected, it's
Win, lose, or
over
draw.
with. And not only that, we don't have a seated city council, so that means that person that just ran against me now represents me. How are they going to represent me if they're consistently my opponent?
And because we don't have geographical districts, all the places are all of Midlothian. That person can run in a different spot the next time,
right,
and win and be working on the council with that person. I mean, we have some big-hearted, mature, intelligent people on our city council that work with people that they've run against or disagreed strongly against in the past. Just to go over it real quick, I just pulled this up. This will just be
a change.
Yeah.
Hey, and before he goes on, I wanted everybody to know that Tim, he's always here. You don't always see him on the camera, but he's always behind the camera. He's sitting there throwing us signs. So when I yell out producer, that's who I'm talking to, because he's always making sure I don't get too far off the train tracks.
Anytime I'm on camera, people complain.
He's the one sending us text saying, "Shut up, stupid! You're talking about the wrong thing." Fact checker over there. Fact checker.
This means this is secret code for don't talk about that.
I see you. I'm choosing.
And when he does this,
you.
that means Rob, you're going to get sued.
just so we have an update. Here are all the currently filed city council candidates for mayor. Justin Kaufman is the only person that's officially filed. City council place 1. This is one of the 2 places that's up for a regular election at the end of their term. Wayne Sibley, Alan Mormon, and Alan Keever.
McKeever.
I'm sorry, yes, Alan McKeever. Excuse me.
You're crucified for that, I'm sure.
Yeah, the internet
the
is
Karen's already starting the hairspray.
I know, right? So Wayne Sibley is the incumbent. He currently sits all the way to the audience's right on the dais. Place 2 is Walter Dara. He is the incumbent, and he's currently running unopposed.
Dara or Derek?
It's Dara.
It's Dara.
Dara likes Dara.
Yeah, Tiffany and I both worked on his campaign previously. I can tell you with some confidence it's Dara.
Yeah. It's Dara like Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Walter. I go by Walter. I just never knew how to say his last name.
Well, Walter he does business here.
He doesn't
company.
He doesn't do business in Midlothian.
No. He's done business
here. He brings
a customer.
Yeah.
Very good.
He's got a cool car collection.
He does.
He has some nice cars. Yeah.
Dude's awesome.
And
From what I understand, I've seen a few, but go ahead.
Yeah. So we have a special election, as you guys know already, for place 5. This is not the end of the term for place 5, but our current incumbent place 5 is stepping down from place 5 to run for mayor. That's Justin Kaufman. And in order to save the city some money, he went ahead and stepped down, and we're having the special election concurrent with the regular election, so we don't have to spend any extra.
So that means like Tuesday's meeting, he's not going to be there, or is he stepping down at the end at the after? I haven't seen this actually in action.
Okay,
so is he going to
think back to when Clark ran for
until the election?
Yeah, think back to when this was a big to do. One of the council, I can't remember.
But it was Clark is what you're talking
I'm
about.
talking about the Clark situation. He actually had the right to stay on, stay on the city council, I think, until he won or lost.
Well, right.
But that's a different situation.
That was a state election.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this case, basically, whoever wins place 5 right now, the only person running is David Hurst. But whoever wins place 5 replaces Justin when they're sworn in. So Justin will be in that spot until the swearing in, and then, if Justin wins, then Justin gets sworn in as mayor, and then David gets sworn in as place 5.
And then he'll have 2 years.
John,
Yeah.
any of you guys know much about David? I believe,
So I found out that he's been on 4A. 4A or 4B?
4B.
4B. So 4B. So
which is
4B,
basically the economic.
No. 4A is economic. 4B is community development. So
Okay.
they're the ones that
The
paid.
dog park people.
He
The
was
dog
also,
park
he was
people,
with
yeah.
Taya, helping Taya back her.
Well, that's
bid
where,
for the Lawson building.
and that's what we were talking last week to Chris
Wait.
Douglas. We were talking. To
No.
Chris
He
Douglas.
is a potential gossip warning. Is it a gossip warning, or you know that for a fact?
What?
100%.
No,
100%.
No,
Got
him
it.
and Taya. No, I know for a fact. Him and
That's
Taya.
why he said potential gossip.
They were potential business partners with their design, or what's the correct word? RFP.
Oh yeah,
We
a
all
request for
RFP.
proposal.
There was 3 of us that were the finalists, I guess.
Well, Rob,
for-
you're going to get him on soon, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, I thought that was producer's job.
Well, no, we can. It's a group effort. It's a group effort. We need to run through. We need to have all
I
of
have to
these
do that
guys
and
on.
sweep the floors.
Yeah.
Man,
Take the garbage out too.
Don't forget
No,
the bathroom.
we
the
need
bathroom
that.
better be spotless.
Tomorrow's garbage day.
All these guys.
Oh, and they're running.
All these guys need to come on the show because otherwise we're going to just sit here and talk about them. And I think
They'd appreciate
all-
to actually be
yeah.
able to speak.
we'll
for
let them
themselves.
talk about them.
right.
Well, I want to talk about garbage gate here. I mean,
Garbage gate.
a whole week without trash collection, please.
I mean,
I have been
doing fine.
everywhere in this town all week long. Even Mansfield, Fort Worth, Arlington,
I think they
Grand
said
Prairie,
they were
and
going to start
all of this.
late. I know that they canceled today after trying to get out, and some of the little bitty roads were like, they were like, no, and they turned around basically.
I tell you what. So I drove back from the airport today, DFW airport, and the roads were actually not bad until I got to Midlothian, and the side streets on Midlothian were the worst of from the whole trip. Which it is what it is. But my driveway was actually frozen over, and I had to get a running start to get my car up into the garage.
Still,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
that's because you got a Tesla. They ain't worth the shit in snow.
No, it's like
No, man, I've got
My-
all-wheel drive and brand.
Yeah. How can his Tesla not be worth a shit and your EV's been driving all around?
Because it's a Ford.
because it's a Ford stock symbol F.
repair daily.
He does not fix it repair.
Well, every time we have one of these deals, we end up, somebody's getting stuck. Last time I got stuck in my truck, which I was reminded about that because I never got the 4-wheel drive fixed after I screwed it up last year, the year before. But
I guess it's still not fixed, is it?
man, I don't think so. I think I have to literally get out and
Lock in the hubs.
you turn the hub.
I drove
Oh,
my
like
Jeep
old
on the way
school?
over here
Like
for,
old
for good
school?
reason.
Okay, so according to the city's Facebook, Waste Connections has canceled. So service today, Thursday, February 2nd, will be canceled. It's hopeful that service will be resumed by mid-morning Friday. They said has determined after driving through Midlothian residential areas that morning roads are still too icy to provide garbage pickup. It's probably not just the driving, because those guys got to hop off.
They
And,
got a big dumpster right there at the gate where they go in. You can just take your trash over there and put it in their dumpster.
What?
I'm kidding.
Dude, I went to Chick-fil-A.
Oh, you're talking about.
I went to Chick-fil-A today, and you would think because
You
I went to Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
Were they
open?
going faster
they were
or
closed.
slower? Or
They were
the
closed
same?
at 5. I could tell you that.
Okay, well,
Like, I need to know how those-
this was right before my 12:30 dentist appointment. Okay,
Not 2:30. We already
not-
covered
So
it.
you went in there with
2:30.
chicken between your teeth, right?
no, I didn't eat. Brendan, my kid, it was like, oh my God, there's cars in Chick-fil-A. We must
Oh, we
go.
gotta go.
No, seriously. So, but I was impressed because even though there's ice on the ground and potential slip and falls,
They
they
left
are
the
out there.
outside?
Yes, they're out there working like the well-oiled machine that Chick-fil-A is.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to ask you how did the weather affect their machine, but no, apparently it's
No,
the same.
no.
All right.
In
They've
and
got
out.
the Lord on their side.
I was in and out.
God's chicken.
I was literally in and out in 7 minutes, and I was the 96th car in line.
96.
I believe it.
That's about right.
I tried to eat there this
fair.
evening for that reason, but they were closed.
Did you see that? Did you see that thing on Facebook or whatever?
The Lord don't love you.
No, no.
The chicken shack
Oh,
down.
he does love me.
Dude, and then Whataburger, you can't get 3 cars in there in an hour.
Oh yeah, that's true. But did you see that thing that Chick-fil-A is just running a secret government agency to train people for psyops or
Oh,
something like
no,
that?
no. I can guarantee that the level of efficiency that Chick-fil-A functions at is not associated with the government at all.
No. It's training. Is
You're
what they said.
insulting Chick-fil-A.
No.
Right?
No. I am not insulting Chick-fil-A. I'm saying that somebody is starting a program so that the government will get better.
Well, I could
I'm
support
insulted.
Yeah, okay. Now I agree with
I don't know
that.
if that's-
Chick-fil-A training the government, but other than vice versa. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, it's a secret government agency.
Okay, so I'm going to interrupt randomly throughout this
Awesome.
podcast and just throw things out here.
Just random words.
Okay, do you guys know who the Midlothian Teacher of the Year was?
Okay,
For
I saw the
2022?
name, but I don't like. I don't get a dog in that fight.
Who was it?
Mr. T.
Oh, I love Tony.
Right?
Oh,
Right?
Mr. T's
I mean,
amazing.
like,
Only
I was
Mr. T I know
super
has a lot of
thrilled.
gold necklaces.
Both my boys, for those that know, I have 4 kids. 2 of them are still in high school. Both my boys had Mr. T last year. Man, I am not surprised at all that he got Teacher of the Year. I was thrilled to hear it, but I wasn't surprised at all. I'll tell you what.
So I met him at the polls I think when Symphony was running or something like that. And I didn't like really get to know him more than you get to know people at the polls, but I think I hung out with him 2-3 times.
Well, he goes to church at Stonegate.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple times there too, but like he still remembers, like at least he acts like he remembers who I am.
He was teacher of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's funny. Not speaking of teacher of the year, but we were having a conversation at my house last night, and I'm not going to throw any names out because I don't know them anyways. But as y'all know, I've got 3 boys at Heritage.
Yeah.
And all their friends.
The other school.
They were
the one.
They were ranking who was the best looking teacher.
Hot or not? Were they doing hot or not?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like
so my son Bo.
And I can't remember who they said, nor would I embarrass them.
Hang on. No, I'm gonna say it.
No, don't do that.
My son says Mrs. Robinson.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know who that person is.
Then his son tells us
it's not the same Robinson though.
Miss Holly Robinson?
No, Tony is Robinson.
Tony Robinson.
But no, Mrs. Robinson is what I was going with like Dustin Hoffman.
No. They're different Robinson.
All right, and then the second, I guess, but there's one that trumps Mrs. Robinson, and that is the ag teacher. I can't remember her name. Miss Fleury.
I thought we weren't going to call these teachers out.
You said that you weren't. You said he would.
I'm going to do it because I think, hey.
And I think there's only
Heritage
MHS.
Or the high school?
No, we're talking Heritage because I don't. I mean,
I don't know anything about Heritage.
Well, Austin.
I know even
Russell and Austin, my older two older boys. They went to MHS.
Yeah. Okay.
And graduated there, and then.
So you're a house
because they had no other. Well, they had no other options.
I love Midlothian. I love the school system, and
my kids love Heritage.
I just kind of jokingly lean into this crosstown rivalry between the 2 high schools.
Yeah.
Well, okay, like one of them is older than dirt. Like Methuselah went there.
Yeah, but they're not.
I graduated with her.
Yeah.
I mean, hello.
But isn't MHS in a different district? So like they don't play each other in sports.
They played each other recently for the first time.
If I
don't remember why.
Aren't they different sizes?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. One's like 4A, one's like 5A or 6A.
Yeah, so like,
well, come on, fact checker, look it up.
I mean, you got a device with Google in your hand.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's Siri, so it's not as good as Google, but you still use. I love how he uses Siri to get to Google.
Why do you have an Android phone?
Why she's a square peg in a round hole. That's
always the story of my life. Why wouldn't I have an Android phone?
For starters, it's annoying because number one, when I text you,
it shows up green.
It shows up green, but I cannot see if you've looked at it. I can't see.
I can't see if you can, but I can from Android. So here's the deal.
If I text him, I know that it's been, he's got it.
So here's the deal. That's because Apple don't want to play with anybody else.
They don't play well in the sandbox together. I can't send pictures on Wi-Fi, but if I'm on cellular service, I can send you a picture. But in my shop, when I'm on Wi-Fi, it won't let me send it.
Correct.
Well, that's an Apple failing.
No, that's an Android thing.
No, it really isn't.
All Android users are retarded anyway.
Well, I'm going to disagree. But what I'm saying is, no, Apple's been offered the opportunity to join in this RCS business, and they're choosing not to because apparently what they're trying to do is trigger their users with green text messages. Well, somebody said something the other day that don't be that Android person in an Apple family, and I was like, clearly if green text messages trigger you, then I'm not the one with the problem.
Look, like you literally throw off the whole dynamics of a group text.
Blue is much more appealing
don't
to
use
the
a group
eye.
text. Use something more modern.
What's more modern?
I mean, there's 1,000 different messaging platforms.
There's messaging sprawl.
Yeah. So here's the deal.
Literally, I have a Marco Polo.
I use Marco Polo. I still use Marco Polo. So no, RCS is I can't remember what it stands for, but no, it's Android has pushed everybody else to that, and any Android phone, I don't care if it's an LG or a Samsung or whatever, uses RCS now. I can liken everything else on their stuff, and I can see when anybody has an LG or a Samsung or a Huawei or whatever.
If you were to text me and be like, hey, I got da-da-da-da, and I'll just to send back a thumbs up like I would. And
I can see that here. I'm going to send you a text message right now, and I'll show you. Okay, so
no, just no. What is the best fried chicken in Midlothian?
I mean, we got too many
choices. Fried chicken in Midlothian?
Now, I don't know about you guys, but honestly, when I say hey,
Chicken Express, chicken, man,
I don't think Chick-fil-a as fried chicken.
It is though.
It's not. It's the healthier option.
It is not.
Well, it's not. It's not healthy.
That is
Compared
some psyops.
Like Chicken Express is the best, right? I mean, isn't that
I am
unanimous?
down with their tenders. The Chicken Express here in town has really taken a quality dive. I don't know what's going on there.
I usually don't need any fried chicken though because it's usually got milk in it.
Well, the problem is, I mean, they have the best sweet tea, except I can't drink sweet tea anymore, so there's kind of no
Tea's
point.
nasty.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I like the old Colonel Sanders
You know what? I'm not against KFC.
because
So they
why I
have
like
some,
it, I love their.
I'm all
sorry,
about
go ahead.
tenders at Chicken E though.
And I love their
and they
pot
have
pie,
spicy
even though it
shit.
doesn't have a bottom crust.
Yeah.
It's still.
So, apparently, I can have the fried chicken only extra crispy, right? At KFC, only extra crispy. I don't know, but it gives me heartburn like crazy, so I just don't.
I like
but they had
I like the extra crispy as well.
they had the vegan nuggets, and they were actually really good.
You're such a hippie.
Hey, so
Vegan nuggets.
while we're
Well,
on
it's because usually there's no milk in it. There's no milk in
Oh
it.
yeah.
while we're on a food kick,
Yeah.
I've got to tell you, and I wrestle with this all the time, and I am going to say this. I see more and more and more times, especially on the Midlothian Talk, all the other pages, the social citywide pages to all together.
Yeah.
People are constantly talking about, we need this, we need that, we need this.
Yeah.
Then we get something like that.
Oh yeah,
And then
nobody goes.
No, they go and then they complain and they bitch and
It's too
moan about how much it
expensive.
costs. We need a good steak in this town. You know,
Well,
they
you
throw a
can't have
couple
I'm
restaurants.
sorry, but you can't have a good steak for $10. It does not going to
Let
happen.
me tell you something.
True,
I
but
don't
the way
want
you said
Quality
it,
steak is going to be $50.
I'm gonna
a
need
more.
you to.
$10 hamburger is good. A $10 steak is not good.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to record the it's too expensive. It's too expensive.
Yes, yeah, you're gonna need to do
That's a
that.
good
Get that
bite.
recorded.
But
yeah.
hey, but here's where I'm going with this. So last Sunday night, I go. We go out to eat one of the steak or whatnot, and I guess the place that we were going to originally go to was shut on Sundays and Mondays. So Marnie made a reservation to this new place in Mansfield called Me Hands. Okay, it's where the mellow
Oh, that's
mushroom.
where I
used
want to
to be.
go. I mentioned
It
that.
is the best.
What's that
No.
place about?
I'm going to go as far as to say, first of all, Midlothian loses again to
They do.
Mansfield because
It's a chop house.
it is that good. Tim,
No Bob's.
okay,
The mayor of
all
Bob's
right.
is going to take
Well,
offense to this.
Well, no.
It's
No,
Bob
I will
quality
say, I will
Mayor
say,
Bob.
Okay.
Dude, I'll put that. I had a bone-in ribeye that I would put up against Del Frisco.
I had the bone in New York strip that was probably the best I've ever had.
I'll reserve my judgment for when I go.
Well, you have to.
But
yeah.
this is so. Here's the thing. I have heard some people say it's good,
Oh,
but the person that I trust, when to properly rate a steak, has been there 4 times.
I
Is
know
the
who you're
manager
talking about.
Jay?
Oh no, it's a different person.
No. So he's
Would I
been
pick
back there
somebody else?
4 times now.
To Me Hands?
Yeah, because the manager keeps asking him to come back and give them another chance.
So okay, hold on.
Like
now,
if steak comes out and like the middle is cold.
okay, rare.
No. Cold.
That's rare.
Blue Rare.
See, this is why I
See?
don't trust her.
No, what did he just call that?
Blue Rare.
Okay, I understand that, but that's not what he ordered.
Man, we
Okay, that's fair.
How did he order it?
That's fair.
Well, it depends on the cut. I mean, I don't have the specifics, but like the one person I trust the most has had a terrible experience there.
You trust someone
Really?
that
And the manager, like, to his credit, like apologizes and accepts that it's a legitimate complaint, that he's like, here.
He's not being a Brad.
No. I mean, he lives near it. He wants to like it. He wants to go there, and he wants.
Do
to have
I know
a
this person?
relationship with-
No.
No, but you should. He's a really good guy.
But you know what? I mean, their calamari. You
Like, I want to go there.
like you order calamari sometimes.
I'd love-
and it's
I'd
just
love to go
all-
with
it's
you when
all
you go.
bread, right?
I'm gonna.
I
Yeah,
love it.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
This is an octopus that they've breaded. I mean, it's legit
front of you?
calamari. Oh man, no,
Calamari-
no,
Calamari
okay,
is
but-
squid, though, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
tentacle. Okay,
octopus.
so wait,
no,
hold
it's
on.
not tentacles. They take the steak. They
Okay.
get the big sections.
Okay, so hold
They give you
on.
the little ringlets that
the
are
rings,
chewy. And,
Yeah. Okay, so hold on. Okay, since the mayor of Bob's is sitting here, you are the mayor of Bob's. I watched you get a damn email saying we haven't seen you in a while, and you were there within a week.
Hibachi sends me those every week.
No, but
McDonald's sends me too.
But hibachi
may have been a personal email.
Right.
Yeah, not a marketing.
Yeah, this was not a marketing email, and hibachi is not $100 a plate. Anyway,
I will say,
so I'm gonna need to know what their bacon's like at Mayhan's.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna
I don't think we saw bacon.
I don't know.
They didn't have Newski's.
Do you know what Newski's bacon is?
I have no clue.
$45 a pound.
We need. Okay.
Okay, I'm on. That sounds,
All right.
sounds
It
like
sounds
Bob's
like
Trap House.
it sounds like there's going to be
we're going to be doing a thing soon. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we'll
just like all
go
like
to Meehan's together. We'll go to Bob's together.
yeah.
Let's do
And then
Bob's
come
first.
back.
And I will say this:
anybody
you
can
guys
go
know
downtown to a steakhouse. There's all kinds of options down there. I guess my point was something.
Something good went to Mansfield
local.
again.
Yeah. Okay.
100%.
I hope it's fantastic. I do. I really do. I will say this: I'm, as you know, no one special, but
Mayor's Bob's.
Bob's treats you so well. So well. As a matter of fact, I was like like years ago on Valentine's Day, I was able to get a 7:00 table at Bob's on Valentine's Day when I called them at 4:00 in the afternoon.
Can you do that for
And
us?
they were full.
He does.
say
do
we
that.
don't
I got it
think
for
we have
someone
a-
else. I don't go out on Valentine's Day.
I'm fixing to be homebound because we have puppies due. So
After this, how long do you have to be home with them though? 2 weeks.
8 weeks.
He disappears, man.
So our
Get ready.
our Valentine's Day is going to be McDonald's drive-through.
You can at least DoorDash something.
Are you doing the night shift again?
Yes.
You always do the night. Well, yeah, because Marnie's got to
She has to run the company
run
during
the company
the day.
during the day.
Marty is such a sweetheart. I'm going to make sure you guys have something decent. to
She's a
eat
rock
for-
star.
for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Okay. So here's the deal. We will do both of them, and we will give appropriate grading. Here is the thing. I will give Mayhan's, whatever, a fair rating, especially if they have.
Well, you have to give them some kind of a flex score because they haven't been in Dallas for 50 years.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to give them a flex score for pricing also. So if they are like, well, hold on, if it's like a $50 steak as opposed to an $80 Wagyu, then like, yeah, there's a flex there.
Well, I can tell you this much: the bone-in ribeye. I compared. Here's what I compared it to: Meehan's bone-in ribeye to the bone-in ribeye at Porsche Pour and Prime 115. That's your.
I haven't had those.
I think that's your two.
But here's the deal: I don't
Comparison.
even buy the steaks anymore at Bob's because they're great. Don't get me wrong, but I prefer the bacon. Like seriously, I'll make a whole meal out of the Brussels sprouts.
You guys are in for something.
Like the Brussels
I don't know
sprouts
about the
has the
bacon.
bacon. Oh no, the
No,
bacon.
it's
I'm not eating
okay.
Brussels sprouts
It's not
very
like-
It's
often.
not like breakfast bacon.
It's not breakfast bacon. It's like slab bacon.
It's a cured pork.
It's just a.
Yeah, it is magnificent.
So okay, so here's the deal. If Sean goes to Bob's, which he's gone a couple times without me, fine, I don't care. But I just tell him, bring me back a loaf of bread, some bacon, and some Brussels sprouts. And then the next day, which by the way, the Brussels sprouts have the bacon in it.
Right.
They got
well-
little bacon chunks. Yeah.
So then what I do is I just take some of the sourdough bread. It's sourdough, right?
Oh, hey, it's not sourdough, but
What is it? Oh, it's like a.
it's a
okay.
French loaf. sort of.
That's fine. I just cut it, put some like fake butter on it, slap the like hot new bacon between it, and make a bacon butter sandwich and eat it with my Brussels sprouts. And that's just a beautiful, beautiful
the
meal.
Brussels sprouts. They're cooked with the pieces of Newski's bacon in there,
Seaman City Cooking with Tiffany.
with a raspberry reduction vinaigrette. It is very good.
Man, I'm hungry.
I'm not hungry. I ate before I got here, but no.
I unfortunately ate before I got here.
I told you, like, I'm just.
I won't name the fast food place I went to
It's fast food.
out of desperation because, like I said, I drove
You
back
didn't even go
into
to the
town
better one
right
next
before.
door to it. That's more dependable.
So what's the name of this?
Oh,
What's the name of this bacon?
Newski's.
Newski's. Where's it at?
NEU,
NEU SKY.
Don't you think bacon
No.
goes good with everything? I mean, can-
Whatever. I'm gonna look it up because. Oh, Ashley's just gonna text us because she knows. She's got the internet in her head.
I mean, but doesn't bacon go good with everything?
Bacon's
Well, it
good.
does, but this is a different level of bacon. It's like a 1/4 inch thick.
Well, I get
No, not the same. Promise
not
you.
1/4 inch thick, but we get
Yeah.
some bacon from Restaurant Depot that is amazing.
We get thick bacon. Like the other bacon that I like from like just basic restaurants. It could be basic bitch restaurant or not restaurants, but basic groceries are from Whole Foods. They cure it there, and it's
It's hippie bacon.
Hey,
Black Forest
do you
bacon.
remember? Do you remember me talking about how every time I go to Waffle House, I order the same thing and it's always a different price? So hey,
The only reason you order the same thing is because you order everything.
so Tim, I go there today and I order the same thing. I kid you not. I go up to pay my bill, and the guy, that'll be $10.94. I've paid $22 for it before. I've paid $15.
For those that don't know, he's a regular at Waffle House. Okay, he's got a tradition. He does something on Wednesday, and then after that, he heads straight over to Waffle House, and he orders everything.
Okay, Newski bacon, Neueske, Newski. You can order it and have it delivered to your house on dry ice, but I think shipping's like the same amount as a pound of bacon. So,
But anyways, I don't understand how Waffle House comes up with their price schedule because what I think it depends on how who's taking the order does it, because
The last time you and I were there,
I order a meal and then I added things on extra. So I don't know what they're pricing the original.
well, so they write it all down on that ticket, except they don't write all of it down, and then they call it out. And so I think a lot of times the person that is cooking it is cooking stuff that isn't showing correctly on the ticket, maybe. And so when it's all rung up at the end, between some illegible handwriting and things that left out or whatever, then it just comes out different every time. But the last time you and I were there, which I'm sure isn't the last time you were there, you remember they had the person that was kind of inexperienced at cooking, and so she was just cooking a bunch of our stuff for free because she didn't feel like she was doing a good job.
Right.
She did a great job. We really enjoyed her, taking care of us. But she was like, well, this is on me. This is on me. This is on me. So yeah, you might've gotten out of there for $5 that time. I don't know.
okay, so I'm looking here.
Are we back to Newski's?
Yeah, we're back to Newski. It's the best, man. Okay, so I'm sorry. It is for slab bacon. It is $46.99 for 3 pounds.
Worth it.
Worth every penny. And it is, you can get 2 or 4 1.5 pound slabs.
And you get this at Central Market, right?
You can also get it at Central Market, according to our internet fact checker.
I go to Central Market. Well, this is not an internet.
John will have a plate of it here next Thursday sitting on the table. Probably.
No. We got
an internet thing.
I'm going to go.
I enjoy going to Central Market, and I go somewhat regularly.
Yeah.
And I've seen the Newski's bacon there, but I also notice
there's a difference
the
because
absence of it sometimes.
so okay, for one, what you get at Bob's is slab bacon, but they have other bacons here, and it doesn't look near as thick. It just looks like a thick cut bacon.
I'm going to make my favorite sandwich with that Newski's bacon.
You try it. Like seriously, the slab
Peanut butter,
bacon is
egg,
different.
and bacon.
Okay, that could be good.
Crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah, always crunchy.
Oh, yeah.
Always crunchy. Otherwise, you don't know. How do you know it's peanut butter?
I will do either one, but I will just take a stalk of celery and just use that like a spoon.
Now, I will say that if you're using
Then I
it
eat
in
the
that
spoon.
application, the smooth works better,
It is a little easier to work with.
especially like on a cracker. But in a sandwich situation, I want to know that it's.
And are you like a thin layer of peanut butter, or are you
Hell no.
like a big thick
You-
heap?
I use a spoon. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't use a knife
Yes.
on
Yeah.
sandwiches.
People that make a sandwich for me,
Most-
peanut butter sandwich, and they just do a little thin smear of it. I mean, come on, get real, people.
But
Yeah.
most
I can have
desired,
like a pound of peanut butter on there, and then about as much jelly too.
most,
Okay, maybe not
most
that much.
desired new restaurant for Midlothian.
Ooh,
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Most
peanut
desired
butter
new-
jelly man,
new
peanut
restaurant.
butter jelly man.
If you could now, everybody like gripes at the city council.
The city council can't
see
do jack.
as if they control it. Okay, and they don't.
The only thing they control is if there's a drive-through and that they get a special use permit.
And all they can do is turn something down. They don't get to
Yeah.
pick and choose what comes
No,
in.
yeah.
What would be?
But
I wanna-
if you were the emperor of Midlothian for a day and you could make a business come in here.
Wait, but hold on. I need
is
I
it
need
for
some
food
guide
specifically?
I need some guardrails here. Like, are we talking drive-through? Like
Let's talk restaurant. Any restaurant
Restaurants.
serves food.
table service,
What,
quick service?
what are we missing here in Midlothian that you want?
It can,
A
it can be
gentleman's
whatever you
club
want.
with the
Oh,
$5
either one?
steak dinner.
All right. Well,
That is a
Welcome to the main
SOB.
stage.
That's an SOB, and that's going to be different.
I'm trying to think.
No, seriously, what will we want?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I would like to talk about table service or quick service because those are two
Just pick
different
it.
things.
It can be whatever you want.
No.
just any restaurant.
Whatever
I
you
know,
want.
but like I'm going to say different things for different places.
I want a winery.
No.
I want a tap house.
No,
We
I
already got
can
one
do,
of
We
those.
have a tap house. Well,
Yeah, I
we
know.
have a tap house. We're getting 2 new tap houses. Union 28 doesn't have theirs open yet.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Building's
we're,
up.
we're getting it.
You know, I'd like. I'll tell you what,
Ish.
and this is just
It's
me.
up. That's
I was there
up.
twice last weekend.
I
felt
can
like
tell
I
you.
felt like
I
an
can tell
authority
you what
at
I
some
would
point.
like because this is just me, and it's when Bob opened Akita's years and years ago. I grew up going to Benihana. So I'm a hibachi guy. My dad grew up taking me to Benihana's, and then Bob opened up Akita's about 15. Well, no,
Cedar Hill got one.
about 13 years ago because
It's
there's
been
a-
longer than that.
no, well, Brendan's. Yeah, you're right.
Where's Akitas?
It's the one in Cedar, Hill.
But Bob lives here. He's
Across
got
from
2
Sprouts.
daughters that have graduated from
North Side 13.
MHS.
Oh, in the old Bennigan's.
Bennigan's.
Yeah, okay.
But I would love for
I
Bob
miss
to open
Bennigan's.
up. I would love for Bob to open up a restaurant here a little bit closer, but I don't have a problem running to Cedar Hill either. I mean, I'm cool with our Italian restaurants here.
I think we're still living in Duncanville.
we have plenty of Italian
I'm cool with
restaurants.
our. we talked about it, even though Campazano's is gone, which wasn't my favorite. I'm into El Mexicano, and I know you
I haven't been there.
like.
I love
it.
Their warm salsa.
I like
Ugh.
Oh,
I-
I
I'm
haven't
a-
been there. That's the
I'm a
one by
Veracruz
Dollar
fan.
General.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Dollar General.
yeah,
no,
that's right.
El
You told me that.
Mexicano
Yeah,
is
you-
by Main Street Gym.
Yeah,
The same place.
Okay.
place.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Driving
so-
school.
Used to be Plaza
So I need to
Loco,
go
didn't
there.
it?
As a
I
matter
was
of fact,
gonna
we
say,
need to go
wasn't
there.
it
Yeah,
Donchino for
I
a
like
while?
it. So for Mexican food, I'm good with that. You know,
I like
Tio Tony's
jalapenos.
can be good on a breakfast. I love
Jalapenos
Tio
is
Tony's for
great.
breakfast, but
Yeah, jalapenos is great.
What's that? Veracruz.
Veracruz-
It's not Mexican.
It's not. It is Mexican, but it's a different type of
Glorious.
Mexican.
I love Glorious, but that's El
that's not in town.
Salvadorian. No, Glorious. No, you
asked what he
pertaining
wanted.
to
Oh,
what
you
we
wanna
got.
bring in a
I think a
Glorious?
Glorious would be good here.
You know what I want? A Babe's chicken. Sorry, all you chicken people, but
I don't know. Babes is okay.
Chicken haters.
It's not bad, but like
I enjoy Babes, and I enjoy going there with a large group. I mean, they handle large groups very
they
well.
really do. But the only
Very
time I go
well.
to Babes is when I've been invited.
so. Yeah,
but
never-
their salad.
yeah.
I love their
their
salad.
salad is terrible.
It's the worst salad in the world.
It is iceberg with.
I love
with
Olive Garden.
sugary-
It is literally
That is
nothing
good.
but
It's a
iceberg
diabetic
lettuce.
dream.
Okay, well, I will. Okay.
Didn't we go to Olive Garden recently?
We did.
Okay, yeah, I love
Oh, soup
Olive
salad
Garden.
breadsticks
Oh,
all the
that's-
way.
That's what I get. There's a Toscana soup.
When you're here, your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, always. 100%.
Okay, so I've named 3
So-
things that I would like.
So
to
my
know. What about
granny.
everybody else.
Now Ashley already knows where I'm going. Yeah, purse bread. So okay, so when we were little, my granny would be like, "Well, girls, if y'all do good and blah 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 blah, insert whatever, I'll take you to Olive Garden." And then, or we'd be out shopping or whatever, and then she'd be like, and we
Is
inevitably,
this Granny?
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh, I know Granny.
100%. And then we would order one more basket of breadsticks, and she'd roll it up and put it in her purse. So-
she was well known for putting like food in her purse at buffets and
Oh,
all you-
not
purse bread.
buffets.
Now I get it.
purse bread. Yeah,
Purse
not
bread.
at buffets,
Okay.
not at buffets, but
Okay.
like okay. So when I was little bitty, like corn dogs, mall corn dogs. I couldn't finish them, so she'd roll them up and put it in her purse. You'll just have this for later, baby. Yeah, purse bread. So yes, soup salad breadsticks, 100%. That's not what I want
yeah,
here.
but I don't want an Olive Garden.
No,
I don't like if one
I'm
came.
here
I'm not
for
going to
it.
get offended.
Right.
I
don't know where you'd put
There's
it.
an Olive Garden, I think, in
On either
every
way.
direction.
Well, you could run to Waxahachie, you could run to Mansfield. We're just-
Mansfield, my friend from high school opened up. She opened it as the manager.
all right, so I named a few. John said Babe's Chicken. You
Golden Corral.
You like
that's a
purse
top.
bread? Oh,
that's top
absolutely.
level.
No,
Yeah.
just no.
We need a good buffet. In the
Yeah,
town.
what are we going to
do
put that right
not.
next to the Williams Chicken?
Yes.
Oh my
Is that
God!
bad to
Somebody
say?
gonna,
Yes.
No, it's not. Is somebody gonna sneeze in my food? Like I don't need like.
Oh,
It
gross.
just adds a little extra sodium. It's fine.
What are you missing?
It just makes that bread a little more moist.
It's your question.
I think so. Yeah, I think I
For all you people out there, I said moist.
yeah, I like some of the counter serve fast casual.
Yeah.
So I'm
Like,
gonna
I
say
like
one of your
Chipotle.
friends.
I know
that's the
you're-
one I was gonna
know
say.
You're tired of Chipotle, but I love
Oh, my son
Chipotle
loves
or
Chipotle.
Freebirds. I like
Freebirds
They're
is
the same.
terrible.
I don't have a
Chipotle, yeah.
I don't
I
have a
like-
huge favorite in the Freebirds or.
Are you? Did you go to
Chipotle.
A&M or something? Is that that's where it originated? Freebirds did down in College Station.
Am I sitting here tapping my ring? I didn't go to A&M.
No,
He has no ring to tap.
I would like a twisted root. And I think
Oh, yeah.
I think someone said we were going to get a
he
twisted
went out of
root.
business. Jason's the owner of that. Didn't he go out of business or just
It
the one
filed
over here?
bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy means nothing.
Well,
So he opened up that behind the Horns or by the Horns brewery that is next to that Meehan's that went out of business. What?
Rodeo goat.
Rodeo Goat?
No.
Rodeo goat is good.
Oh, they're two bougie hamburgers. I want a real goodness gracious, honest hamburger.
If you get a hamburger with a what is that?
I'm not saying they're bad.
I'm going to say
they bougie it up too much.
I'm going to say this. I want somewhere, and Chipotle is one of the ones that kind of qualifies, that you can get some food that's not deep fried.
Oh yes, please.
Like some vegetables, something that's not deep fried, something that like, you know, when you're out and about, you can look at the menu and go, okay, there's something on here, you know, if I want to eat reasonably healthy.
Not super carby, not
and
super
like
fatty,
I do keto
no
and
milk.
fasting and that sort of thing.
I'm a no milk. I need a no milk.
Since you brought up Rodeo Goat, I'm going to throw one out there that not everybody knows what it is, but people that do know. Fred's Texas Cafe.
Oh, I didn't like it.
Fred's Burgers?
Didn't like it. It was too
Which
greasy.
one did you go to?
Hey, you know what I
on
did?
Morton and 7th.
Yeah.
You know, I did find out there's another pizza place coming into town. It's a Simple Simon's. Brenda Leonard. She bought a franchise and they're putting it.
What's their thing?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
I know where
Simple
she lives. I
Simon's.
knocked her
Yeah,
door.
I did
Knocked her
red
door
light.
when I
Yeah, I
was
did
running.
red light therapy over there. She
That's
does
what
red
we
light
need
therapy,
is another pizza place.
which is awesome.
Well,
You have
so-
fewer pizza than chicken. It's like
yeah, okay. So we've got the chains that deliver, right? The Papa John's, the Domino's, Pizza Hut,
Marco's.
Mr. Jim's is a smaller version of that, right? You know, there's no dine-in, there's no
there's never is there
there's no
Jim's with
special,
dine-in?
like they're you know they're regular pizzas. They've got some novelty stuffed crust sort of things sometimes, but you know, Mod I would say is different. They don't offer delivery.
I did not care for mods, and I think it's because I got the wrong thing.
Well, if you don't like Mod, it's
I got-
because you didn't build it right.
Okay, and
the
that's
Subway
fair.
of pizza.
That's fair. That's fair. I got their buffalo chicken pizza,
Oh,
and,
that's
and I
not
did
a
not like
pizza.
the blue cheese.
Oh well.
So I think I got to
That's
go
fair.
back
It's
and
blue
That's fair.
cheese.
Yeah, I think I got to go back and
I
make
like, I like Mod. I like building the pizza as I go. So that's their thing, right?
Yeah.
You build a pizza as you go. There's another one called Blaze. That's a very similar
Blaze
layout.
is good.
You know,
That's some good
Mansfield
bread.
has Blaze.
Oh,
Yeah,
do they
there's-
have
there's
a
right there on
shrimp
There's
bread?
a few Blaze around, yeah.
these
Blaze
mics
has
are
a lot of-
incredible.
There's a
Yeah.
Simple Simon's in Venus
What?
What?
and Alvarado.
And they have a keto pizza? Oh, it's just no bowl. Okay.
Huh.
Well, I think you
Oh,
can do
yeah,
it.
Mr. Jim's.
Jim's.
Yeah, Mr. Jim's can do that.
Jim's does that.
What the hell? You put a pizza in a bowl? Okay. That is getting too much for me.
No, so
I'm gonna have a pizza in a bowl, please.
I haven't done that, but if we were gonna get something from Mr. Jim's, that's probably what I'd get.
So, okay, when I go to Mod, if I just feel too carbed out or whatever, I will get a ginormous salad.
Yeah, they.
Now, what you can do is
I
make a
don't
keto
love-
pizza with a cheese crust.
Well,
A salada would go good. here.
Salada is
Yeah, yeah.
delightful.
It would go good.
Oh,
here.
I love salad. That was one of the ones that we
need a spinning fish.
Is that Mansfield?
It is Mansfield.
A
We
spinning
drive
fish?
up to
Yeah, it's not the real name.
Mansfield to Salada there, off of Broad and 360.
You know, if I could just convince the powers to be, I mean, I've got a great development. We need to put a Neiman Marcus in.
That'll be the anchor store.
That'd save me a trip.
Okay. Save me a trip to Dallas with a
Are we
cheesecake
gonna have brunch there? That's where we need to
Cheesecake
do all
Factory.
those brunch.
Well, you have a
Yes, I was
cheesecake
gonna say
factory,
Cheesecake Factory, yeah.
factory attached
Yes.
to it, a salada, and go start building from there. I just gave you the foundation.
Okay, Cheesecake Factory is like terrible. Did you know that they have like the highest calorie count per like of any other? But they're not.
And what's so bad about
great.
that?
And
I
it's
mean,
not.
I can
healthy
take
is
every
not
single
good.
person in
I
this
can't
room right
eat
now,
half, like,
the Cheesecake
there's, like, two
Factory,
things
and
I
there's
hate.
something on that menu. It's a book
That-
of a menu.
Have you been
No,
to,
it's
have you
not.
been
There's
to,
most of it I can't eat unless I eat what I call food allergy trash,
Is
which
it-
is a salad.
Is it the Grand Cafe? Have you
The
been?
Grand Lux. That's
Grand
what
Lux.
it's
Grand Lux.
it's owned by the
It's
Cheesecake
the
Factory.
same company,
Wait,
but
Karen and I go
No,
there
it's not someplace.
to get the sales. I
by
kid you
the
not. It's the
Southern
Galleria.
Cafe?
It's
Yeah.
That is the one I've been at.
There's also one in
their menu
the
is
Venetian.
even bigger than Cheesecake.
It is,
Factory.
but it's
I
Grand
gotta
Lux
go.
is
Possible.
Grand Lux is owned by Cheesecake Factory. But now, when I go to the Grand Lux, they have something that Cheesecake Factory doesn't have on their menu, and it's a Salisbury steak. And I know that sounds crazy, but I
I'm
love
all
it.
in.
I could do a Salisbury steak.
And it's a Salisbury steak, and they've got
Is it Salisbury or Salisbury?
They take mashed
Salisbury.
potatoes. You know how you make a cake and you got the bag and you
Yeah, you
make the
pipe
signs?
it.
They pipe the mashed potatoes
Yep.
around
They
the
better. They better.
Salisbury steak. It's phenomenal.
They better. Yeah, salada or
I think
ooh, a
somebody
good
needs to
pho.
put
We have no
together
pho. We have no pho.
Yeah.
We have no fuzz to give.
We did have a pho.
We did have a pho, but
Then
then
it moved to Waxahachie and went out of business.
well, because it's Waxahachie.
Well, it was going to go out of business here. Nobody went there.
Well, okay, so I didn't realize. Like I didn't realize.
Didn't we have a pho 287 or pho
It's
287?
pho.
And don't
Yeah,
we have
that
we
was
need
it,
we
yeah.
need a
gone.
smoothie king and,
Yeah.
and you know.
See how many times I went.
Okay, that was one of the ones I wish we had the smoothie.
Why not? I mean, there's a couple.
I mean, the
gyms
Smoothie King. Well, the
I
Smoothie,
tried
smoothie
there
Plus
too,
is
but
there.
sometimes they, you know,
So Smoothie Plus. Let's be honest. They've got a great menu. They have plenty of great things there.
awesome breakfast.
Yeah, but like as far as their smoothies go, Smoothie King has better smoothies than Smoothies Plus.
Yeah.
Especially
I
when
go to
you're
Smoothies Plus all the time. Like I walk in
Yeah,
there,
they
they
know
know
us.
my name.
Yeah.
They know Fred.
Yeah, our girl Ariel there knows exactly what I want to eat most of the time.
I've comforted their baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I'm just talking about just smoothies. But you know, hey, grab
as far
one.
as smoothies goes, I want a Smoothie King.
Because for
An
me,
angel food.
I would grab the way
Thank
you
you.
grab
Yep.
your Starbucks.
She knows.
I would
I
grab
know.
a smoothie. You know,
I get an angel.
On the
I get
one.
an angel food, no turbinado. That's my normal one.
Yeah.
But I found out recently they have a couple that are keto, and I got their.
They have a whole keto menu, don't they?
Yeah, I mean it's like 4 drinks.
Well,
That's a whole
I mean,
menu.
that's-
they have a section. Let's go with
bigger
section,
than the
not a whole
vegan
menu.
section.
No, that's true.
hey, quick question because I know you guys probably know the answer. Midlow Scoops. What's their store? Do they make their own ice cream?
Yes, they
Well,
do
you know
every,
what? Hey,
every
we have
Sunday.
a
right?
guest star here. Hold on one second.
He doesn't work there. Oh, yes, that one does. This one does, though.
We have a Scoops employee here. He will be.
He's not officially representing. He's not on the clock. All things said by Mr.
Come on
Joshua
up here for a
are
second, buddy.
of his own opinion and have no bearing
So
on
let
Scoops.
me ask my question. Now that you got the headphones on and you can hear. So my question is, Midlow Scoops.
Yeah.
What's their niche? Do they make their own ice cream in house?
Yeah.
Or do they buy it?
We make it.
Do you make the ice cream?
I do not. All the owners make it.
So they don't entrust you with the recipe yet, right?
I mean, all the recipes are like
would you?
hung on the wall. but
Okay,
they-
so it's not a secret.
It's not-
It's not a
If I,
secret at all.
if I slipped you like a Hondo right now, you can go in there with the cell phone and take a picture for me.
But would you have all the equipment? I mean, you could. I just put it in the corner.
But my question is, what's different about their ice cream than just walking into a Baskin Robbins? I mean, I've had it before. I know it's a lot softer.
love. They
It's-
put love in it.
yeah.
Well, it's like, so we make it in like smaller batches.
What's
so
love got
there's
to
like
do with it?
more, there's like,
Secondhand emotion. Go ahead.
so it's like, it's made in smaller batches, so we can put more effort into like smaller amounts. And also it's like higher ingredients.
High
'Cause
quality ingredients.
We spend like $200 on the vanilla.
Maybe not. Maybe. Oh, on the vanilla. I was like, maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't be so. Okay, it's fine. Oh, the vanilla is
Well,
high quality.
So
top
what's
shelf.
is it real vanilla or is it vanilla extract imitation?
So here's where I'm going with this.
I've got like
Real
almost
stuff,
a
huh?
handle of vanilla, real vanilla at my house because I keep making it. So I buy. I didn't buy any this year, but I keep buying those vanilla beans at Costco, and then I just add more vodka on top.
Well, here's where I was going with this.
Nice.
We need to find
You're
a
such
place.
an
There's
outgeek.
got to be a place in town. I don't care if it's Smoothie Plus, Midlow Scoops. It would be great. And maybe this is just me. An acai bowl.
and
You ever had acai bowl? So when I went to Rio de Janeiro years ago, that was a big thing. It's acai ice cream. It's a Brazilian superfood, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
And they serve it with granola and bananas. And
there's a
sounds good.
place in
I-
Arlington that does that.
And I get acai smoothies at Smoothie King.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's bitter for me. I'm
Well,
not a fan.
let's
Yeah.
go back to Midlow Scoops. What's the most popular ice cream there?
German chocolate.
I don't know.
Not the German.
What is the most popular?
We get a lot of cookies and cream orders.
But wait,
Like-
you got 2 cookies and cream. You got 3 cookies and creams because you got a regular one and chocolate, and then you got the dairy-free chocolate with cookies and cream. So, like, of course, that would to be top order because you got a 3.
Well, no, just the cookies and cream.
just the
like,
vanilla.
So is that all they serve is ice? Do they like do a banana split?
We
They do
have
specials, right?
like milkshakes and hot chocolate, but like
Other than that, you go there to get a bowl of ice cream or a cone or.
yeah.
So
And
they
they-
don't
oh,
do sundaes or anything like
They
that.
do.
It's just
They
it's
make
just a
their
scoop of ice cream?
own waffle cones too.
Ooh, I like
they're-
waffle cone.
They're really good. If you come on like a Saturday, like they always make the cones on like they make a bunch of cones on Saturdays.
They're fresh
So,
then.
Yeah.
Do they make the bowls too? The waffle bowls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
They make them all in like the same batch.
Insider information here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturdays are the day to go.
I mean,
Well,
So
like,
they make a certain amount. If they run out of cookies and cream, they're just done until they make
yeah,
another batch.
totally.
or
I've walked
Well,
up and been
there's-
like, oh,
We're out of this. We're out of that. We're out of this.
So there's like certain flavors, so they'll keep in like they'll make more just because it's a more popular flavor. And so we have like big tubs and then small tubs. So, and then we have like normal ice cream above in the freezer, and there's like the lower ice creams. It's like
Popular to least popular.
well, no, it's like the same flavor, but then it's like extra below it.
Oh,
And so if a flavor is like really popular, like cookies and cream, we'll have it in a big tub, so we have to replace it less often. So
Right.
if
That
we have a
makes
big
sense,
rush,
yeah.
we don't have to replace it during
There
that.
you go.
Nice.
There you go. Well, that's
so,
awesome.
A fun fact about Scoops: the dairy-free German chocolate was my suggestion.
Oh, was it? So
yeah.
you're like famous. It should be Tiffany's German chocolate.
I don't need that level.
Well, I'm going to leave you
I'll
with
just
my
tell everybody about
suggestion:
it.
acai ice cream at
real
Midlow
bitter.
Scoops.
No, they will take suggestions. Like, what was the one with
My
the apple
suggestion
pie?
is that
the
they
peach
have a
one?
banana split.
They may do that. They may do that as like because they're such a small place and they're closed on Sundays and Mondays or just Sundays.
Just Sundays.
Well, have to
so-
keep bananas from going bad. If you
Yeah,
don't know.
bananas are almost like avocados. You go to the bathroom and you got 30 seconds to eat them before they turn bad.
I'll make them famous with the banana split. Just serve it.
It's awesome.
We'll do a remote podcast from there, and we'll eat our banana split together.
They do have banana pudding ice cream.
It's super good.
That sounds
Probably pretty
great.
Good. I'm a banana.
They put
pudding
vanilla
fan,
wafers in
for
it.
Sure.
Nice.
But
yeah.
so the owners have said no to toppings like before. So like we have sprinkles, but that's about it. Because we don't want a bunch of toppings because if there's like a rush, then that's gonna slow us down a bunch,
Yeah.
and it's just a big hassle.
Yeah.
And it can go bad.
I get it.
They were doing milkshakes, but what I like them for is that they do dairy free, so I can still have ice cream. The ice cream is delicious.
All right.
Well, that's
All right.
good. We're going to start highlighting a
Thank
lot
you
of
for
these
joining
businesses.
us.
Thanks, buddy. Midlow Scoops in the house with us tonight, throwing down the
Let's wait till it gets
information.
warm
And just so everybody knows,
Such a good representative.
that
of
was
the
my
day.
youngest son, Josh, of whom I am well pleased.
All right, Josh Wilkins in the house.
He's my second favorite ginger.
Yeah,
Who's your first?
Her husband.
that's fair.
I thought that was a dye job.
Maybe depending on the day. I don't know.
Oh, it really does depend on the day, I'm sure.
So I think that's important in our town. Start highlighting a lot of the local businesses
I love
as well as
Scoops.
the
I love
chains.
Scoops.
You know,
When they
Yeah, I've
first
definitely
opened,
watched him eat three triple scoops in one night.
So my record is 6 free scoops on top of the 3 scoops I had ordered in one night.
How did you
Because
get free?
I would
He waited for
I
him to
stand up
explain.
there and eat my ice cream. Well, they're like calling out, "Hey, you know, whose is this or whatever?" And after a while, I'd just be like, "I'll take it," and then so they would hand it to me.
people would just leave.
Yes.
I guess I don't know what was going on. but
Or they took it down the order wrong or something. Something happened, but
Yeah.
somebody wasn't claiming it.
No wonder you're on keto now.
oh man, let me tell you.
It happens.
We definitely spent.
No, I was there like 5 days a week when they first. I'm not even exaggerating.
How much did you spend one month?
$350.
Sir, you have a problem?
I do. I
It was
do.
the summer.
I'm on the wagon right now.
My name's Tim, and I'm not ready to talk.
Okay, so I'm sure that we can arrange.
I love everything about Scoops, though. I love the owners. I love the venue. I
Who
love
owns
the location.
Who owns the?
So it's owned by
Three sisters.
three ladies that are sisters. They are married to some people
the ice
that
cream song.
someone's playing the ice cream truck thing. Okay, in the background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's owned by 3 ladies that are sisters, and they all live here in Midlothian. One's a coach, one is, I believe, a otherwise stay-at-home mom, and
One works at like a jewelry store, but is
Yeah.
retired dispatcher. Retired,
yeah,
no longer a dispatcher.
yep.
Um,
So their father is Glenn Hill, the former police chief of Grand Prairie.
Oh, okay.
I'm down to do like a podcast on their deck, but it has to be warm. None of this.
Yeah, it's too cold right now to do outside podcasts.
Thanks.
Yeah, we may need to go on the road with this at some point.
Well, let's.
We have that ability.
since
That
we
was the
have-
whole thing we talked about
Since
today.
we have just entered into this subject matter here, let's talk about the epic shopping spree we went on today.
Oh, I tell you what, man. Like, I'm gonna let you like tell all the details, but just using this stuff, it is gold. Like,
Yeah.
this is fantastic equipment.
I mean, it got to the point where I really see us being able to do something good with this podcast for the city. Yes, we have fun, but it's also informative and in a non-biased way to where we can actually provide information.
We
to
really,
the people
we really want to inform,
correct,
not necessarily persuade.
Exactly, yeah.
And if we can have fun doing it, and even better, right?
So I call up a buddy of mine who's got a pretty successful podcast, and I said, Joe, hey, what are you guys?
Joe Rogan.
Well, that's why I'll call Logan today and ask him about the headset.
I said, hey, what mics are you guys, using for the Joe Rogan experience? And he told me what he had, and went out and picked it up, and now I know why he uses that, because they sound pretty good. So
we got the Shure microphones. What is the SM7Bs?
SM7Bs.
Yeah, and then we got the Rode Podcaster control board, which you guys don't
and
see
you
here
can't
on
forget
man, I tell you what,
the Gator frames.
Oh yeah,
That's where they're at, because you can. I mean, before
one of our struggles before
Tiffany started doing her, banging. I mean, even on the table or chest with the lapels, I
wouldn't even doing much there. I would
not to mention we're in a huge studio with a metal roof, so
notice it stopped raining.
Yeah, it is. So for all you that watch that have been on the show, you know what we're talking about. So you've got something to look forward to.
The Palace.
When
there's a lot of echo in here, and it just really has.
It's just not
down the noise. So give us some feedback, guys.
Vaguely.
Put a comment in the comment section when we post this, and let us know how it sounds.
So it should sound a lot better as you're driving to work this morning.
I know one thing you're probably going to want to hear is. Here it goes.
Shut up, Rob.
I can't believe we got a city councilman telling Rob to shut up on recording.
Yeah, he's going to make me run against him for mayor.
He's going to.
Of course, I have to move.
Well, didn't you formally announce that last week that you were going to run? I noticed you hadn't officially filed.
He's going to have to run from outside the city limits.
Yeah, we're working on the logistics. Okay. I mean, the one shot I had to move into the city, I dished it off to my buddy at work. So I don't know.
Oh, he did. Yep. I sent him a lease today.
So
this town is real small.
What?
So what's the over-under? Do you think anybody will announce to run against Justin?
I don't think anybody's that stupid.
Well, okay.
I mean, go ahead.
All right. Since she said that, okay, I wasn't going to get too far into the weeds on opinion wise there, but I tell you what, if somebody files to run against Justin for mayor, I think it's going to be someone who isn't particularly well connected or involved with with the city. It's going to be someone who hasn't lived here real long, but they feel really passionate about some particular issue that they feel needs to be represented on council. Now, why they feel like they would need to specifically run for mayor, I don't know, but it happens nearly every election. We always have like one candidate. I mean, I could tell you names, but I won't bother. But, we always have like one candidate in one of the places that is just running because of one single issue.
They end up splitting the vote.
Well, they do. They end up splitting the vote, and then
not very much. One in particular, they were upset about Aldi coming in.
Oh, yep.
Okay,
I know who this is.
And they pulled enough, but they only got like 200 votes. But that was enough to cause a runoff that they were not in.
So
it just irritates me because it wastes our time because we have to go back to the polls.
Yeah, and then people get confused
in order to support the guy that we wanted in the job.
The real issue is, I think people. I would like voters to be more discerning, about who they're voting for and more informed. And if you have someone who is hot on one issue but can't really expound more of a platform or tell you what they want to do beyond that, I think that's a little bit of a red flag.
Right.
But
I agree.
Right.
So this might be like, if I pictured somebody running against Justin, that's who it would be. Somebody who's maybe passionate about one thing. They're maybe going about it wrong. They probably have not introduced themselves to the council. They haven't gone to council meetings. Maybe they've gone to one or two, but they didn't actually bother to interface with the people. If you go, for anybody who wants to, if you go about 15 minutes before any council meeting, you can walk right up to the council, introduce yourselves, and talk with them. And they will stick around afterwards. I mean, if you want to sit there as long as that meeting goes and then talk to them afterwards.
Correct.
But you can contact them. They have their personal cell phone numbers on the city website.
I have everybody's cell phone.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Not just because
and not because you
I
are
knew 'em.
special, but
No,
but you don't have their
because
numbers because you're special.
I got it because they get.
Yeah, anybody can get
public.
anybody can get their phone number and call them, and pretty much everybody will pick up the phone, talk to you, and generally offer to meet you.
Well, and not only that, but even if you sit down at a meeting, most of the time, city staff will walk up to you and just introduce themselves.
We have
Hey.
some fantastic city staff. There's been
Yeah.
a little bit of turnover in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Some of the people I've really, really admired have left. But we have some really great city staff. And, I will say this, and they will tell you the same thing. I may not agree with them on everything, but they have a proven track record of doing a great job at what their job is. And, I most of the city staff I support.
Right. Yeah. I mean, any interactions I've had with them, they've been really helpful. I mean, from Chris Dick to Clyde to, the attorney. Like his name escapes me, but either way, he's been very helpful in times when I've had questions and needed some things answered. But somebody told me, and I think it was school board. I don't know if they talk.
Getting talked about school board.
I don't know if it was something that was said at a forum or just in a conversation that I had, but made the comment that when asked how long are you going to keep running? Are you going to run again? He said, well, I'm kind of waiting to see if somebody else will step up and do it. If somebody would.
Oh,
sometimes
are you talking about Wayne Sibley?
No.
I know, but Wayne said something
doesn't
like
he
that.
have the same mentality?
Wayne
Look, I'll go.
Wayne
If
is
you
the
guys got
oldest.
somebody that can.
Yeah,
that'll come.
Wayne is
pick up the
oldest
mantle.
member of the city council, and it's if you go to the meetings, you'll see this. It's getting harder for him to
Mobility-wise.
just to do the job of a city councilman. If you run for city council, I hope you know ahead of time that it is a full-time job to do it correctly. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
You need to put 40 plus hours a week just on city council. That is why most of the people that run are either like kind of wealthy on their own business, and so they have the flexibility to do that. Or they're retired, that sort of thing. It's very rare to have someone in a scheduled job working for someone else because they often just don't have the flexibility and extra time in order to do a really good job. Okay. That doesn't mean that you can't be on city council,
Right.
and put 5 hours a week in. You just won't do a good job.
No, I mean, absolutely.
We
because in
do
addition-
have and have had city council that don't put that time in. They show up to the meetings and don't read their packets ahead of time. They just sit there and listen, and whatever discussion is had right then is the only thing that happens. And then they'll vote based on that. And that's not the best.
Well,
way
and
to
then
do
they
it.
bitch and complain when they have extra meetings and workshops that don't fit the schedule.
Hey, John,
they
do you
want.
remember when Justin was on here and he was talking about when he first got elected to city council and they had sent him the agenda?
So
He's like, I stayed up all
read
night
the
reading
whole
every
thing.
single
Yeah.
word of this. And he goes,
Yeah.
I realize, hey, there's an easier way to do this. A lot of it's just.
Well, the experienced people, like he said, will discover that a lot of it's boilerplate,
Right.
And so
Yeah.
they know where to look to kind of to see what they need to know ahead
get the
of
meat
time.
and potatoes of what's going
Yeah.
to go down, you
Yeah.
know.
But he still does that though. He still reads everything. He's very informed.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on top of it.
So I make nicknames for everybody, and they're not bad nicknames. But like I call Justin the sweetheart of Midlothian because honestly, I don't think he can do anything wrong in Midlothian.
I may have referred to him as the golden child before.
Yeah, I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that.
No, I love Justin.
Yeah, I don't think that he's out there doing bad things and everybody's glassy eyed looking at
I'll
him.
definitely support him, especially if nobody runs against him.
Well, I don't think you can vote for him. So
No, I can't.
Well,
But I can still
You can
make some
shake
noise.
hands.
I have
seen it.
I have famously disagreed with Justin on a couple things, and we were on, let's just say, polar opposite sides of the issue, And to this day, he has never failed when he sees me to just walk up and say hi. And we'll even talk about those things that we disagreed about or whatever. And, he's always willing to listen and discuss, whatever related to the city that needs discussing.
So like, I like that. Like I'll call him.
I wish he had put the antenna in. I'm just going to say it.
Oh, you made those.
You talking about the cell tower deal?
Yes.
Is that the Apple Road deal?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
It wasn't just Justin. I think
It was.
I think most of the it got turned down. So there was at least half of them that I think it might have been like 6-1 or 6-2.
I
or
didn't
5-2.
look. I knew.
No, it got turned down solid. So I don't blame Justin for that or anything like that. But
Right.
He and I talked beforehand. We disagreed. We talked afterhand. We disagreed. And
Oh, I'll totally call him and that's what I was going to say. I'll totally call him and say, if I were on council, you want to hear what I would do? And he'll be like, yeah, let me hear it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's that type of guy. He's really good, and I can't wait to have him back on the show. I'm looking forward to. So next week we got Alan Mormon,
Mormon,
and
not
then,
McKeever.
and then I'd like to reach out to McKeever. Obviously, let him come in.
let's
and,
get David
So
Hurst
when
on
are,
here.
Yeah, David Hurst.
when are we filming next week?
I can't figure that out. I got too much on Thursday.
That's what I was going to ask you about.
Yeah.
So we can't. We're going to have to deviate from our normal Thursday night next
Which is
week
my
because
fault.
you've got. But it pertains to the city.
Well, how about Wednesday,
Oh, I cannot do Wednesday. Wednesdays are out for me.
Friday?
I can do Friday. I can do Tuesday or Friday.
So, but the KMB deal that you were talking about.
Keep
what's-
Midlothian
Yeah,
Beautiful?
what's all that?
Okay,
about?
so Keep Midlothian Beautiful used to be a nonprofit organization that operated outside of the city, and they were struggling to keep that going. So the city took it on under the Parks Board. So it's a subcommittee for the Parks Board, and we're trying to get kicked back up. But we're trying to get kicked back up. So there are 3 tenants that the National keep whatever beautiful, keep the universe beautiful. I don't know what it is. Have, and it's beautification, like recycling. Oh, I should know what this is anyway, but it's beautification and stuff like that. So we can either do trash pickups, recycling. You can do, like trash cans out and about. You can plant flowers. I know it's very hippy dippy, but also, hello, have you met me?
Absolutely. Good.
She carries granola in her purse.
All right, guys. Well, about that time.
About that time. So everybody be safe out there. By the time you watch this podcast, you will either have already filed your insurance claim or you are safe. So
Oh,
it's
wait.
kinda-
Before we go,
Go ahead.
I want you guys to be looking out to see some candidates for our own election. The most eligible bachelor and bachelorette in Midlothian.
I do not want hot or not. Come on.
No, it's
let's
not hot or not. It's the most eligible bachelor and
eligible.
bachelorette.
All right, guys.
Bachelorette.
They're all hot.
That'll be fun. That'll
Yes.
be really fun.
We'll see y'all next week.
Later. See you later.
Out.